This channel is proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop RPG where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. Please check out the links in the description and in the pinned comment. And the Red Room Publishing. Please check out the link to their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products. They have recently released the Wretched Armageddon Dark World War II setting, so definitely check it out. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring the Legend Quest Omnibus Edition book. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this classic fantasy tabletop RPG, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about casting spells. In this tabletop RPG, you are really going to feel as a magician, as a wizard, because casting spells is somewhat complex. There are several steps to follow. First, a spellcaster must learn to collect magic through the use of magic power levels. This is done by purchasing a specific style of power level during character creation or training using character points. Then, the character must learn at least one spell, so those are two steps to follow. Next comes, of course, step 3. Control levels can also be learned but are not necessary. Step 4. Assuming the spell takes place in combat, the player planning to cast a spell must roll an initiative for their character as they would normally. Next, upon the character's initiative coming up, the player will announce that they intend to cast a spell as their action. In step 6, the character now recomputes their initiative, subtracting the casting time from their original initiative. In step 7, if the caster is distracted during the casting time, he or she must make a choice. Either to continue casting the spell, the character must restart the casting time, or the character may also choose to end the spell at the point of distraction, or in other words, to stop casting the spell, as simple as that. It is also important to consider that distractions before the spell is started normally will not affect the casting of the spell. And during the casting, the caster may choose to stop casting for any reason, but he or she will still take the casting fatigue. We'll talk about that in a future part of this review. As soon as the casting time has passed, the caster can now cast the spell. In other words, the spell's effects have been produced. The spell will be cast at the base accuracy, base range and base area of effect. This would be step 9. Step 10. The caster must determine the target or targets of the spell. If the area of effect is a number of people, then the caster can choose which people will be affected. If the area of effect is an area like a fireball, most often a circle within the radius given, then the caster must choose where the center of the spell is going to be. The target or targets of the spell must be within the caster's line of sight. Once the target or targets have been determined, and the player and game master agree that they are within the range and line of sight of the spellcaster, it is time to determine the spell's chance of success. The target is likely going to either resist or assist the casting of the spell. If this is an attack spell, the target is going to resist. If this is a beneficial spell, the target is likely going to assist. Both resisting and assisting feature a psyche attribute test. You check the spell descriptions, as some spells have some odd impacts on resistances. With the caster's chance of success determined and the target's resist or assist determined, the caster rolls for success against each target within the area of effect. Spells can succeed against one of the targets and fail against other targets. For every success, the spell's effects will take effect. The effect is most often based on power level or levels that are used during the casting. If the effect is not based on the power level, then the spell simply takes effect. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to continue with these spell nuances, such as what happens after casting, and what happens when you factor in control levels. Undoubtedly, when compared to other spellcasting systems, the spell process presented here is not the easiest one, but that also adds to the simulation, and it actually makes it feel as if magic is something that most individuals cannot wield. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel through PayPal or DriveThruRPG, the information will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment as well. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you and see you later.